Laughing in here already. Hey everybody. Y'all in here having a good time. Whew. So, the Superman attorney, Brian Steele, has joined Diddy's counsel. I've already uploaded a full reading on that. Y'all, today we're going to get off into, this was a subscriber's request. We're going to get off into how the designers who were outed by the Chinese factories feel about them telling their secrets. We're going to get off into what it is that Cardi said about Offset and Ari. Have mercy. We're going to get off into what will be the backlash for the shade at Megchella towards Nicki. What'd you say? I got scared? Oh, baby, don't get scared. I was in the kitchen making some gravy. Me being late today was solely out of being greedy. I'm doing good, baby. How are you? Hey, sensual and sassy. Y'all, it's about to get really, really interesting. Really interesting. Oh my gosh. I'm doing well, y'all. Finally got some rest. Finally got some rest. Whoo, mercy. Don't laugh at me that hard, Keys, honey. I got a fupa for a reason. We eat good over here. I was solely late for making some gravy to go with my blackened chicken, my rice and peas. Hi, Regina Williams. How are you? So hold on, y'all. I'm gonna make sure I keep up today and I don't get to laughing and forget what we talking about. Hey, L Dub, honey, how are you? So let's see, Cardi versus Offset and Ari. Designers' feelings about China's comments. Let's see, I already covered Brian Steele earlier. Baby, I don't even know who Pam Bondi is, sweetie. Thank you, Cat Eyes. Hey, beautiful. Let's see. Oh gosh, yeah, it's so crazy out here. Okay, let's see. Megchella shade towards Nicki. Hey Isaiah. Hey San V. Hey Aja. Hey Daphne. Said not to forget they shut Henny's mic. Mm, yeah. Hey Rudy Huxtable. Yeah, I heard that Cardi was pregnant. That's interesting. You said she is the new Attorney General of the USA. Thank you for giving me that. Okay, so I'm glad that you told me that. Watch this, because let me go back and write her name down, because that's relevant for a whole nother reason, and you're about to see why. Pam Bondi. USA New Attorney General. I'm not going to tell y'all why this is relevant yet, but you're about to find out, and it's for a good reason. All of you who have been following me for a while, um, you're welcome, sweetheart. I said that there will be a break in a very um, important case to the public, because this was near and dear to our hearts. If you've been with me since the beginning, you know exactly who I'm referencing, because I started my channel with this case. So I'm going to tie Pam Bondi in with this case. Hey, Vintage Paris Down Anna. Not Hunter, that's funny. Said Tori getting out. Baby, I ain't gonna even read that energy anymore, because I pointed y'all in the right direction. That's all I can say. Tupac case. I'm only going to tap into that because the Tupac case goes back into. I'm not going to cut Station Head on yet. I'm going to cut Station Head on when I start the readings, because if I run over, I don't want it to hang up like it did last time. Yes, Tarot Destiny. You got it. You absolutely got it. Pam Bondi ties into the name that Tarot Destiny just mentioned. Oh, but this is what I was saying. Um, the Tupac case. If you go back to my Joe Biden readings from last year, President Joe Biden, my Ambitions as a Writer reading, and the reading I did with him and Suge Knight, and then the reading that I did with Foxy Brown. Those three readings will tie you into the Tupac case. And I tapped into those well over, I want to say well over a year ago. Hey, Cass. You said I absolutely love that reading. Yeah, a lot of people didn't watch the Joe Biden readings, but if you watch the Joe Biden readings, not only did that touch on the Tupac case, but it also opened up the Diddy readings that I did, the deactivation of Sean Puffy Combs. So those readings led to the Sean Puffy Combs readings. It was actually me doing the Joe Biden readings that showed me that Puffy was going to go down. So, y'all, we're going to have some interesting readings today. I know good and well this Cardi versus Offset and Ari is going to be a fool. I just want to know, why is she mentioning Ari with all of the people that he could have possibly dealt with? Why does Ari matter so much? And was Ari even one of the people that he actually dealt with? Hey, Brianna, baby, how are you? Because here's one thing for certain and two things are for sure. Ari from Chicago the long way. I don't think she wanted with Ari playing with her name like that, and she ain't going to pull up on Ari, I guarantee you. All that she said to Bia, she ain't going to play with Ari like that. Station head name, please. Can one of my mods put my station head name in the chat for me? Thank you. I'm doing well, Nasir Khan. Thank you for asking. How are you? You said I was just beginning to look at that video and I got the notification when you went live. Miss LaDon, which one? For anybody that wants to go over to my station head, Cat Eyes has the name of my station head channel right here in the chat. Yes, Isaiah, I did hear that. Larry Bruce, what is there to laugh at with these nails? I guarantee you, you can't afford them. If you can, pony down. Oh, you said the Cardi, Ari, oh, okay. You eat paint chips, Larry Bruce. I'm convinced. I'm not big on the K-pop groups. I mean, I know it's a huge genre, but outside of the ones that are, you know, popular in America, I do not know their names, sweetie. So, B-Bank, too much makeup. Who's wearing too much makeup, sweetheart? I have on lipstick. This is my skin. This is what happens when you drink water, mind your business, and take naps. See how my neck matches my face? You're probably not used to that. Oh. No, B, I don't have on foundation. You look at that. You see chin, neck, boobs, they're all the same color as my face. This is called good skin, sweetheart. I know you're probably used to people that spend 3 hours in the mirror and they look like they just got ready for the funeral parlor. This ain't that. Woo! This is healthy skin at 44 years old, sweetheart. You're not used to that. Okay. Hello to you all the way over in Ireland. Oh, man. You got your dad's face? Actually, no. I look like a combination of my mother and my grandmother. But thank you for your viewership and support. I see the trolls are here in full attendance, y'all. No, House of Immortals. That was your mother. I heard she was very good at it, and the whole football team can vouch for that. See, you got the wrong channel. You troll, I troll back, baby. Hey, Mr. LL is living. How are you, wonderful? You said now you're trying to play the victim? Not Easter maggots. Damn, Terry. Oh. Oh, baby. So you were the 1800 on the field. You still bent over on the field, big boy Bond. They really call you Bon Bon because they say you taste sweet. Ah, B, what? Act my age? What is my age? Are you mad because I think faster than you, sweetheart? You move too slow? You don't have the mental dexterity to keep up? Is that what this is? Oh, y'all, let me go ahead and start the show. I haven't trolled a troll in a while. Alrighty, y'all. How's everybody doing? Let's get into some things. You said I just realized you got your nails done. Thank you. I actually did this set myself. So I couldn't get out the house because I was busy doing personals. So in between personal readings, I did my set. So you said how you gonna get mad when you have a comeback? Baby, that's the funny part. They love to say crazy stuff until you say something back to them. They love to say crazy stuff until you say something back to them. Thank you, Isaiah. Mr. LL is living. All of these folks ain't bots. That's why I'm talking to them like they slow. All of them ain't bots. Well, keep on watching, not Hunter. We're about to go ahead and start the show. Hold on, y'all. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta about to start station here. I didn't even bring my other phone over here. Hold on. Alrighty, let's go ahead and start station head. Alrighty. Hey, station head. Welcome to Allegedly Wednesdays, where all things said are alleged. Honey, we're going to get into some things today. We're going to tap into a few things that are in the press, and then I'm going to take some viewers' requests on some things, depending on how our time goes today. So what I already have written down, and y'all know I don't write anything down too often, but what I got today is, how do the designers feel about the comments coming from the Chinese manufacturing companies throwing them under the bus about the quality and the prices? Cardi versus Offset and Ari. Megchella shade towards Nicki. And the United States of America's new Attorney General Pam Bondi, and how it relates to a very, very well-known case that went viral of an American citizen. And if you've been following me for a while, you know who it is. But stay tuned, and we're going to go ahead and get the show started. I'm going to save the Pam Bondi one towards the end, because that one is more serious. We're going to get the fun stuff out the way first. So let me go ahead and set this phone down, and we can get started. Let me see what y'all talking about over here on Station Head. You say, can you put the Joe Budden lawsuit? The one with him and the what do you call it? Not the apartment complex, but the condos. Is that the one you're talking about? Hey, Ivory, how are you, beautiful? Hey, Mob LA, how are you? Okay, yes. Okay, let's put Joseph Buttons. That one should be quick, because I tapped into this a while ago, so I'm not going to spend much time on this. Alrighty. We'll make that one first, because that's going to be quick. Alrighty. I forgot last time to bring me a clip so I can get this hair off my neck. Hold on. Alrighty. You said the real whack 100. Why, thank you. Alrighty. Y'all, let's go ahead and get it cracking. Okay. Let's go ahead and start with Joe Budden versus the Condo Association. You say you want to hear what, Clap? Baby, you don't even pay no bills around here. You can't say nothing like that until you pay everything up and through and around up in here. Where the hell do my bots and trolls come from, y'all? It's like they all are like really, really hot in the draws. What the... Let me go ahead. What's happening with Joe versus the Condo Association? Whew. Joe versus the Condo Association. Let's get it, y'all. Oh, God. So we got the King of Wands here and the King of Coins. King of Wands represents your actions, the things that you do. Also, the King of Wands is someone that can be seen as being hypersexual as well, okay? They're looking at his hustle, his financial stability, okay? Also, when you get to kings, kings are like older. They're like middle age to senior citizen age. So they're considering all of this. Sounds like he might be getting ready to pay a judgment, y'all, but we gonna see, allegedly. Oh yeah. Ace of Wands almost popped clean out my hand. Justice, death. Didn't I tell y'all this was gonna be quick? This literally feels like this case will be over with the judgment. They may be trying to decide what he has to pay, either the, I guess the victims who saw him, you know, I guess, as he said, is sleepwalking with his tallywhacker out. So they're moving this case a little faster than I thought. No, baby, this is not black magic. We don't do that over here. Said Joe has been very cocky. He does. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Six of Pentacles. He might want to, you know, calm that down a bit, because this looks like somebody who may have to pay out a sizable judgment for what they did in the past. And see, this is a parent and their child. So if y'all know, it was a parent walking into his part of the complex in his condo, and he said that, if I'm not mistaken, he and his daughter saw him with his man meat swinging. Ugh. You said not the tallywhacker. Listen, I gotta find words I can say on YouTube. That's an old one that probably won't get flagged. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this looking like he's gonna have to pay. So I don't see him doing any jail time or anything like that. But he's trying to manifest and you know, a new way out of this, possibly, you know, trying to come off as, you know, I'm pious, I'm a community person. Here's the thing. If he says everybody knows he sleepwalks, and you know you sleepwalk, I'm going to say the same thing I said before, y'all. Why do you sleep in the nude if you can't control where you walk and where you go once you go to sleep? And Why not just buy a house? So then it don't matter if you walk around your house like that. I agree, Tarot Destiny. Wheel of Fortune. So it's like he may be trying to, you know, make as much money as he can right now before this possibly gets exposed, or just trying to get the best out of everything before this case is closed out, because it looks like he could possibly have to pay a large judgment. The judgment could even come out of him possibly selling his units in the condo complex. So I wouldn't be surprised if he sells those units. They want to see that he sincerely is apologetic. But see, here's the interesting thing. No matter how he, you know, speaks out in public, he's still afraid that this could lead to some kind of jail time, y'all. Not Joe manifested. Y'all crack me up over here. Y'all, Station Head always has me cracking up. They said this is Joe trying to manifest. So he's going to have to be careful. He needs to come off as humble as possible, because I don't think he wants to piss this judge off at all. And this family means business with him. So might be time to have just a little bit of humble pie and present yourself in a way to where it's not considered disrespectful to the family. Because if he comes off cocky in this situation, he really, really, really could end up in a bad place legally. So let's see what we got up next. Let's Joe Buttons out the way. Okay, let's see how the designers feel about the comments from the Chinese manufacturers. How does the designers feel? Let's see. We're going to block you, because what do you mean can you have an N-word pass? There you go. You said I told you I was going to be in there posting gifts. Yes, you are on your job. All right. Let's see how these designers feel. So, you know, I've been listening to a lot of commentators on TikTok, and they're like, oh, China's not playing with America and this, that, and the other. And, oh, that's sweet of you. Love you too. Like, China's not playing with America, and now India's chimed in and all this, that, and the other. And I'm thinking to myself, what was said does not affect the American public in a bad way. Y'all got to understand, we're getting ready to go in an economic slump as a country. The last thing people need to do right now is buy frivolous things that don't really add up to much. So they did you a favor, really. But who they really shaded are these foreign designers, because not one of these designers were an American-made brand. They're out of Paris, they're out of Italy, they're out of all these other places over in Europe that have nothing to do with America. So that's going to be very interesting, because is this going to, you know, affect their bottom line, or will people not care and still pay the markup? Let's see. First of all, we don't worship Satan over here. How long have you worshiped Satan? Let's escort you out of here. Hide you from the channel, because there's definitely something wrong with you. Hey, Nisi Pooh, how are you? All righty. Designers, how do you feel about China's comments? The manufacturers, how do you feel? How do you feel about the Chinese manufacturers' comments? All about the money. They're worried about how this is going to affect, the relationship, the bottom line, because here it is. These are the designers, the Palace of Coins. They're opulent, they're wealthy. So China, you may have actually pow-powed yourself in the foot, because here you are, you're the worker. You're the manufacturers. How is this going to affect your work? Thank you, Tarot Destiny. She says, plus hitting the like button is free. Absolutely. Yeah, this is going to affect work for Chinese manufacturers. Let's see how. Wait a minute, y'all. Daphne said that this is China fighting back. But the question is, that might be China getting slapped back by, by the fashion community. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, they're going to regret this. Oh my gosh, 5 of Cups, deep regret. Deep regret. This is humble yourself. Okay? Humble yourself. You popped off at America, but you forgot where you were getting your bread and butter from. Yeah, I saw, what was it, a Page of Cups at the bottom of the deck before I shuffled. And it looks like the fashion industry may be requesting an apology. Oh, said I like your pin up with the earrings. Thank you. I just had to get the hair off my neck so I can get comfortable. So here it is, the Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands represents being like the belle of the ball, being, the center of attention. So right now, the Chinese manufacturers represent the Queen of Wands because the whole world is watching them. Said I was expecting the 5 of Pentacles, but the 5 of Cups ain't much better. Listen, it's still early. We only 3 cards in. It'd be real bad to see the 5 of Pentacles behind the Queen of Wands, because that's like being dressed fresh like $1,000,000 and not having a dollar to your name to put in your purse or your wallet. Yeah, so there's a lot of gossip, a lot of conversation behind the scenes about, see, they were worried about trade relations because America is a huge place for consumers, and they didn't look at the bigger picture, y'all. Because this started a firestorm where people started gossiping about the designers and agreeing that nobody needs to spend this frivolous money on these designs. And this is where the designers are really, really, really going to feel some type of way. You said that would explain America. Absolutely. America is very well dressed and poor right now, allegedly. Oh, hey, I keep telling y'all, go to the meat market, stock your house up, stock up all your shelves, go get you some damn seeds, some non-GMO heirloom seeds, and be prepared to grow you something for the next year or so, for sure. Ooh, Lord have mercy. So you got the 8 of Swords here, which is the card of like binding or being stuck or trapped. Also being up in your head. So it's like they got a lot of designers up in their head right now. They're juggling with how they should handle this. Frank, absolutely not, but thank you for your engagement. What the hell you mean you could tell I used to be beautiful? I'm still fine. You better watch your mouth. Go fix your glasses. I ain't gonna never stop being cute. I'm gonna be old like Betty White when I leave here, and I'm gonna still be fine. What are you saying? So, Ramo, ain't no used to be nothing over here. Ooh, damn, y'all. The Tower. Cass, this is worse than the Five of Pentacles. Look at this. So whoever this was that went live from the factory. Oh, baby. They gonna have you in the principal's office. Everything. Like, oh my God. You single-handedly ran your mouth and made it hard for everybody. Y'all know how many manufacturing factories are in China, from hair to clothing to makeup to, I mean, everything you could think of. Not just designer products. Oh my word. Just look at this. Oh man. Would you say don't worry about that comment? It's ET. He's going home. Baby, I ain't worried about him. He talking about what somebody used to be. Tell us if you ever were. But let me keep going. David, if cards are subjective, enjoy the show. Sit back and leave everybody alone. Or you can get you a reading and find out that my cards are not subjective because the gift is not in the cards. They come from me. Yeah. High Priestess in reverse under the Eight of Pentacles. They didn't even see this coming. They didn't think that this would affect their work. Baby, this is the epitome of don't let your mouth write a check that your ass can't cash. You said, I knew it was going to cost them some serious dough, but not crumble their fashion industry. Woo! Woo! The poor Chinese designers and all employed in fashion. Yeah, this is a mess. He really offended some high-end people. And see, what they don't understand is America, being the gluttonous country that we are, fashion can move their factories here, and America will make the clothes and still buy them, and these people will still make their money. It looks like somebody gonna have to apologize. The Hangman under the Five of Cups, y'all. It just get worse after worse after worse. Now, if this Queen of Wands gonna be a PR rep from the company, because I mean, King of Swords can either be the legal departments reaching out to these people because of this statement, or this could actually be the CEOs of the fashion companies. Miss LaDon, they don't have anything else better to do. It's all right. If they want to run up my views, they can. Yes, the trolls are in full effect tonight. You say I blame Trump? Don't blame Trump, because the funny thing is, MAGA don't even have a problem with us over here. Those are the paint chip eaters. They'll be okay. That's what happens when you left unattended and your parents let you peel and pluck stuff off the walls and put it in your mouth. You said made in America is Trump's goal too, which is funny because half that made in America stuff was made in China. But yeah, we we definitely need to bring the infrastructure back into the United States, because the more people work, the more people make money. The more people make more money, the more money goes back into the economy. Judgment. Yes. They are really. Would you say crayon eaters? Yes, those two. There's going to have to be a sit down of some kind behind the scenes, whether it's a Zoom meeting. This is why everybody is not allowed to speak for the company. This is why companies have designated people, spokespersons, PR people that speak for the whole entire company. And he can't say that he didn't mean it that way because he showed himself working and showed products. You said looks like blackmail. I mean, BlackRock are looking for the top shelves. Ooh, allegedly. Yeah, the emperor. Whoever this is that made that comment and spoke for the company, honey, he's going to have hell to pay with whoever the owner of the manufacturing company is. He may never have a manufacturing job again if they lose this contract. Yeah. Ultimate betrayal, 10 of swords. They want an apology. Remember I told y'all this was at the bottom of the deck before I shuffled the last time? They want a thorough apology. This is going to turn out very interesting because I feel like because so much is made over there right now, the way this looks is that it's not going to happen overnight because they have to find, you know, the type of manufacturing that can make things in mass amounts. But don't be surprised if they start looking and you start to see manufacturing outside of China, especially outside of this factory. This, whoo, his mouth got the whole entire factory looking real crazy. He said the irony is that all of Trump's merchandise for his who? Oh, golf. Okay, thank you. Well, I said all his stuff is being made over in China. America, y'all got to remember, America used to be very heavy in industrial work before the work was sent to other countries. So a lot of our factories over here, they went like the way of the dinosaur. We have to start building the facilities in this country to even bring those things back. You said Clinton with NAFTA. Good point, Miss Conceited. So let's see who we got up next. Oh, Lord, I ain't even ready for this one. Let me change the card, y'all. Cardi versus Offset and Ari. Let the shenanigans begin. Y'all, hold on. Let me get a whole nother deck. see, what deck do I want to use? I need to use something that doesn't have the happy parts out because I want to show all the cards. Hey, Mystic Millie. Well, Millie the Mystic. I don't know why I always say your name backwards. Hi, beautiful. How are you? You got here just in time for the shenanigans. We're about to tap into what Cardi said about Offset allegedly cheating with Ari. Now, they said she did a post and delete as far as Ari is concerned. I didn't get to see it. I don't know what it said. I can't tell you. Yes, Serena, this is definitely going to be something interesting. Does what Cardi say hold weight? Does what Cardi say about Offset and Ari hold weight? Before I hold anything up, anybody want to guess what hit the table and what's at the bottom of the deck? You said, where's your drink, Auntie? I'm going to see what y'all guess. Hey, Vernicia. Oh, you said Maya Campbell wants Tyler Perry to make her mom's book into a movie. I don't think he's the right one for her type of books. Said Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands. But I do think her mother's book should become a movie. I do think that she touched on some very serious topics, especially when it comes to her writing about mental health because of her relationship with her daughter. Okay, Knight of Wands, the Magician. So I didn't pick Ari to be the type to hook up with an Offset, but who knows, shaking my head. My ear looks healthy. That's a blessing because that baby's been through a lot. So here we go, y'all. The Six of Cups, card that represents the past. Oh, Lord, the Seven of Swords. Why is the Seven of Swords peeking out, y'all? Seven of Swords, y'all been with me? Y'all know that's that overlay for the underplay card. That's that sneaky card. So, was y'all over at the Creep In? Yes, that's a sneaky link. That's right. That's a sneaky link. Allegedly. Who said Ace of Wands? Here you go. So you got the Six of Cups and the Ace of Wands on the table. So we know somebody was doing something with a tallywhacker in the past. You said, will your wife come back to you, baby? You need to book a reading. I'm not going to discuss your personal business like that here. Email me at angelkissestheoracle@gmail.com, and I can definitely get down to business for you. Oh, baby, you got to be young. You said, what is a tallywhacker? Tallywhacker was slang back in the 80s and 90s for somebody man meat. That's also the name they used to use for the music in those adult productions, the tallywhacker music. Ooh, goodness, goodness, goodness. I'm still tripping that you use Rob, what's his name? Rob 49. What the hell? Y'all, I hate that damn song. I really do. I can't even lie to y'all. Every piece of that song gets on my nerves. Maybe it's just me. And what the hell is actually the better part of the song. Greetings to you as well. Knight of Cups, an offer. That looks like dating. Or at least somebody offering somebody an opportunity to possibly, you know, come by and see them sometime. Y'all. You said I think everybody hates that song. Lord have mercy. That song is just not, it's not it for me. Show me your belly button. How I'm gonna show you my belly button in the dress without getting my whole channel flagged? Oh God. So you said there's a Christian version on TikTok. Nope, I'm not doing it. I don't want the first one. So you got the Ten of Wands here, which is like this situation, these accusations bringing nothing but burdens too heavy to carry. And I would say the independent woman would be Ari. So this is definitely burdensome for Ari that these accusations are out in the air. So yeah, she's afraid of how this is going to affect her fortune and how she works. Death at the bottom of the deck to the Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. She's worried about sponsorship, everything that everybody invested in her. So it's like she's going to move forward swiftly and professionally. I don't think Ari is going to do too much to address this because she wants to keep her sponsorships up. She's doing pretty well with her YouTube channel. I don't know if you can call it her podcast, her vlog, the cooking show. So it looks like she's more concerned about, you know, her business than to, you know, discuss her business. Yeah, Four of Pentacles. This is all she's thinking about. Ari's worried about the bigger picture, her financial stability, remaining the independent woman, being able to make her money. Would you say the trolls are definitely out tonight? Yes, they are. They're keeping us going. King of Wands. Lord have mercy. Offset, here you go. So he's even more concerned about how this is going to affect the final judgment of their divorce. Y'all, this divorce literally is going to be a fool. Because neither side can say anything about how the other side is moving and what they're doing because both sides got a lot of dirt on their hands. Let's see what y'all talking about over here. You said not the Sheree laugh. Okay, what am I missing here? It said her dancer is speaking out on one of the Boys to Men podcasts. Okay, you're talking about the Aaliyah background dancer. I did see that. You said it's called What the Hallelujah? What the Daniel and the Lions Den? No. Listen. We didn't do the first one. We're not gonna play these games with these people, okay? Everything cannot be remixed into kids bop and gospel. We're not doing this. Yeah, Seven of Wands and Page of Swords. So if anything, just expect Offset to be the one to be defensive about this situation, because he knows that people are watching. So expect him to be a little bit more mouthy. But I don't see anything else really coming from Ari unless her back is against the wall and she's pushed. It looks like she's going to worry more about, the fortune that she's trying to amass and building her brand than destroying anything responding to Cardi. Yeah, Page of Cups, Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, this is somebody who definitely does not want to be sorry about the outcome of how things work out for them. Not trying to lose what they worked on, lose their money, have to be forced into going to do something else for a living. Said Cardi should let her. No, that's not the road to take. Well, here's the thing. Cardi would have more of a leg to stand on if she didn't admit to, being out here thotting and bopping while pregnant, and now possibly allegedly being pregnant by her new man while still being married. So it's not like, her side of this is the most, righteous and well-rounded side of it. No matter how you slice it, this looks bad on all sides. So I definitely would like to know if Justin was tweaking in that video with Sexy Red, That whole video just looked awkward. I know it's supposed to be a celebration for her birthday, but it was just like, what am I witnessing? Maybe it was like a video shoot or something. You said, oh, Cardi got her revenge, if that's fact. Revenge on what? See, here's my thing, and I can't tell anybody what to do. This is just, my own personal mindset on this, y'all. As a woman, you cannot get back at a man by throwing your ass in a circle on another man. And the reason why is this. Yes, you will hurt that man's feelings. But at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, no one will ever look at you respectfully again, especially to be a pregnant woman and letting another man bop your baby upside the head. No, ma'am. No, sir. That don't feel like getting back to me. That feel like lowering your property value. Says she is after Offset because she feels betrayed. I don't condone her actions, though. Listen, she knew who she married. She knew what she married, and she knew how she got him. So if you excused his ways all these years, let that man go peacefully and let him go out there and be the whore that he's always wanted to be. But to sit here and play self-righteous, to play the victim, but you still screwing the man that you were accused of laying up with while you were pregnant and possibly being pregnant again when your third baby's paternity was in question, is bananas. I have no sympathy for that. There's nothing about that that's respectable. So I could care less how it turns out for her, because the way she moves is foul. And I'm going to say it point blank, period. No respectable woman who cares anything about herself is going to be out here spread eagle or bent over and busting it open, carrying another man's baby. It's literally disgusting. And why would you be in the middle of an open divorce scandal and publicly claim another man and have rumors out about you possibly being pregnant by that man? This is not dating. Marriage is not dating. When y'all get to splitting up these assets and they get to talking about whose ass is up and whose face is down in court, my baby, you gonna look crazy as hell. Oh, shout out to you, Ken Myers from Biloxi. My family is down in that area. I got family all throughout Mississippi and Louisiana. You said, hey, Angel just joined the chat. Hey, baby, how are you? Hey, Komika's facts. Says, Stefan is disgusting sleeping with a pregnant woman whose baby isn't his. Listen, a lot of men like, the pregnant cookie, okay? It's a lot of men. That's their fantasy. They feel like, hey, somebody already put something in the oven. I'm safe. It's up to women to carry themselves with more respect and more class. Because when it come down to it, ass is ass. I don't care who giving it up. She ain't have to play herself like that. You sat there and talked about Bia, called Bia a liar, and now look. And speaking of her calling Bia a liar, Offset just came back and said that girl wasn't lying. Now she break up with this man. Let's say her and her new boo don't make it, which I don't have the most faith in him, no way. So if her and him don't make it, y'all realize how low she's gonna look to men who actually are, viable, respectable men, wealthy men. You're not marriage material to them after this. No man wants to come and wife you knowing that if he puts his seed in you, everybody else can skeet on his seed. But that's just my opinion. Yep, you said, and once that was said, Blue, right. Said, I don't think Offset ever really liked her like that anyway. Whether he did or not, I guarantee you he'll never respect her again. And I mean, ever. Every time you look at that child, whether that's your child or not, he has to always remember that another man's DNA was splashed all over your uterus while you was carrying that baby. I don't know about y'all, but in my community, that's blasphemy. You did what with who? Oh, no. But I tell you one thing's for certain and two things are for sure. If there was ever a possible way that these two happened to, finagle and date and do whatever they did on the low, I already said ain't nothing for free. 6 of Pentacles. So Cardi, was he spending your money on Ari? Allegedly? Or is that what you think was happening and this is what you're really mad about? So I don't think he ever respected her though. I believe he cared for her. I do. But once you cross a certain line, no backsies. So these celebrities must have open relationships because I was not expecting this from Ari. Honey, listen, I wasn't expecting this at all. 2025 is like Jumanji. We don't know what's going to happen every 5 seconds. You said sorry to any Libras in the chat, but that Libra's for you. Oh, said my love is vengeance is never free. Whew. Yeah, if anything, this actually made it harder on Cardi. 10 of Wands to the 3 of Swords, like, unsurmountable pressure on her that she can't carry, heartbreak, having to leave someone because it's a toxic, chaotic situation. No, sorry about that, y'all. Notice it's a mother leaving with her child. Yeah. Y'all, Ari so unbothered. She like, I'm getting money and minding my business. I'm saying my prayers and drinking my water. So she's not really paying Cardi much attention. Not publicly anyway. But I promise y'all, Cardi better stay out of Ari's face, because Ari, she ain't gonna be able to pop off and be all loud and do that love and hip hop stuff with Ari. I promise you. Said, I'm just sitting here like money bag, think about all of this, or are they no longer together? Listen, I'm with Millie the Mystic. This a bunch of open relationships and a bunch of open can of worms. Because if folks was in relationships, all these parts wouldn't be ending up in all these different places. Hey, Ashika. He said, hey, Angel, Daystar clowned in his deposition with Henny's lawyer. He said her hair was distracting, and if she could, and if she could comb it. Oh! No, he didn't take a page out of Woody from YSL book. I cannot. Oh, my God. Who? Somebody had just sent me a DM and I didn't open it because I was in the middle of shuffling. Leos can be so petty. Oh my God. Now I want to see this woman damn hair. Y'all, if y'all get a picture of this woman hair, please take a screenshot and send it to me. DM me, because I need to see what her hair look like. I can't even focus. Wait a minute. Whew. I might as well just quit on this reading because I can't even focus. Oh, if that ain't a page straight out of Woody from YSL book, because Woody gave that woman hell. He told her breath stank. Had her talking to the judge like, I'm sorry, y'all. Let me get myself back together. Oh, Lord. Oh, oh. Let me change the deck, y'all. Because I want to see how she felt about him talking about her hair was distracting him. Oh, Jesus. Oh, God. I couldn't even finish this reading. Hey, I think that was all we needed to know about that one anyway. Y'all, hold on. My cousin was supposed to be coming in, and she ain't here yet, y'all. I'm about to go lock my door. I'll be right back. Oh. Front door. Let's breathe now. Wait a minute. What y'all saying over here on Station Head? Okay. Okay, nothing new was said yet. Whew. Let me check my damn DMs. Cause somebody did send this to me, but I was busy shuffling. Oh no. What is this? Oh God. Whew. Okay. Not her name is Miss Finster. Wait a minute, y'all. What cartoon or what show was the name Miss Finster from? She want them held in contempt. she, why do they keep trying to lock up somebody that's locked up? Recess. I knew. Thank you, angry and educated. I knew I heard Miss Finster before. They keep just trying to relock up somebody that's locked up. I cannot take it. Oh, Lord have mercy. Okay, I'm back. Okay. Whew. Hold on. Since we... Yo, here go Miss Finster. Oh, I hope y'all look like that. I'd have been distracted too. Oh, oh God. Okay, back to work. I said the same thing, Nikki. I would truly want to know how she feel about it. Well, we're about to find out. Let's find out. Miss Finster. oh, 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 I'm watching Recess when I get off of here tonight. Ooh. How does Miss Finster feel about Tori's comments about her hair? Oh, Lord. Miss Finster, where you go? Damn, y'all, Miss Finster. she she went up under the table. Miss Why did car go all the way up under the table? This woman is besides herself. Let me try. he really got up under her skin. I mean, it went so far up under the table, y'all. It was all the way up under the linen. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me try this again. Why did y'all give me this clownery? This is... Whew. Miss Finster! Y'all, the sun is the card of exposure. So it feels like Miss Finster felt as if, you know, she had one. She was about to expose something, and Y'all, that sun card is just telling me that people in the court was trying to hold it together, okay? Hey, New Eyes. Hey, Miss E Baby. This just came out today, E Baby. The Justice card. Oh my God. Y'all, they would have had to carry me out of court. I literally would have slid my ass out of my seat. I promise you. They would have had to look back and check on me. Like, are you okay? No. Oh my gosh. So I love how Daystar is always in good spirits. Well, welcome back, Ray Miller. I'm glad you're here. Oh. And that's exactly what that say, Miss Ladine. The sun to, to the Justice card is full exposure in court. Ooh. Now remember, y'all, this was the first card that flew all the way out up under my table. And I said, this woman besides herself, she didn't know what to do. Y'all, this card flew all the way up under the table and spent around. Because it's this, oh no. It said this is the truth about how he felt about how she looked. He actually did mean it, allegedly. Tori, I need you to get home before you play the dozens, please and thank you. That's all I'm asking, okay? That's all I'm asking. Get home and talk to people crazy first. Tyler, I wouldn't know that, baby. That's your roommate. You said he told that lawyer her dye job is disturbing and to bring a comb next time. Any comb. Oh. Why y'all got to make it worse? I'm trying to concentrate. Oh, Lord. I told y'all she was besides herself. She ain't know how to feel. Oh, I would have had to be removed. They're like, I think she fainted. Oh, not the honeycombs. Oh, oh God. 5 of Cups. She was humiliated and embarrassed. Oh God. Tori, please wait till you get home to talk to people crazy. Please and thank you. That's all I'm asking. I ain't saying don't talk to them crazy. I'm just saying do it from the other side of the correctional facility gate. No sooner you get outside, they just, you know, that turnstile they let you walk out of. Soon as you jump out the turnstile, go live and go ham. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, baby, she thought she had it. She thought she had it in the bag. 10 of Pentacles. This woman knew after she questioned Tori, she had won this case, y'all. She just knew that she was going to wrap this up and whatever he said was going to lead to a judgment. She just knew it. Who God? She see him as devilish and mannish. Y'all, this woman want him re-locked up. What are they going to do? If you put somebody that... This is what I don't understand. You get an order of protection on somebody that's in Supermax. He can't even approach you unless you go and get on his visiting list and go see him. You want to put him in contempt of court, which can get him locked up. He already there. But you gonna ask for him to just put him in the hole for a day or two? Like, what is going to happen? I mean, what, y'all, seriously, all jokes aside, taxpayers' money is being wasted right now. When you put somebody in contempt of court, that goes to the public, not the person going in contempt. This is crazy. Say they want that man under the jail. I mean, how do you ask for somebody to be in contempt that's already locked up? Being locked up is contempt. You ever been locked up, you already know. You can't get more locked up than being locked up. You're already there. Yeah, you said she tried to keep him from speaking. Well, they should have asked for a gag order instead of the order of protection. You can't say anything about his freedom of speech. So I don't understand how the video of Meg stepping on the glass didn't make more noise. Listen, just the other week, they literally went over the video, blew it up, and showed in real time so that people could see it from a closer distance. And it was a bottle, and it was stepped on, and I guess it's still being slept on. Yes, it did make a lot of noise. Well, to all of y'all in my tarot class, to anybody who reads tarot, Six of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. Who knows what that means? Who knows what that means? I'm gonna see how well y'all pay attention to me. Wheel of Fortune, Six of Swords. If you've been following me, then you're not gonna be surprised about that Wheel of Fortune and Six of Swords. Come on now, Cass. Y'all look down in the comments and see what Cass Tarot just said. Now, if you've been following me the last 2 years, come on, Queen Moses Soul. So I'm going to wrap this up and just leave it at that. Because that's all that matters. And once I saw that, it's nothing else to talk about. But I do want to see her hair. One of y'all send me a picture of her hair because I need to see it. Well, Kev, welcome to the family. Next time, pass them 3 around. We'll help you out. That's right, Isaiah. So, thank you, Dr. Benjamin. It's very kind of you. That's all that matters, honey. That's all that matters. This Wheel of Fortune to the Six of Swords. Free Tory till it's backwards. Would you say he begged this woman to comb her hair even when they were ending the deposition? Y'all, if you don't know any Leos, especially July Leos are pranksters. You ever want to get roasted down to the bone marrow, a July Leo is that. They'll give you that and more. So I'm not shocked at all. And at this point, he feel like, what else can you do to me? He said, nah, I ain't complaining. I don't mind watching. I just didn't expect to get all the tarot readers on YouTube. Yeah, once you add something to your algorithm, sweetie, they kind of do that to you. It's kind of funny with me, though, because it's like if you don't already watch me, I pop up in the weirdest places. It's almost like they kind of like brown me out, but then it'll be something that I predicted, and somebody will speak about it on the podcast, and then I'll end up trending with them. It's the weirdest thing ever. Whack 100 talked about there being footage with Tori's case, and next thing you know, my videos were popping up in the algorithm with Whack 100. I will always say that Monique Slaughter was actually the first person to confirm me. So shout out to Monique Slaughter. He said, please, please, Lord. Now he don't care no more. It's like, what else can they do to him? Said there's no way that these people would be backing this man up if there wasn't some truth to his claim. And especially not MAGA, not at all. You say you popped up under the Angels tab in my feed. Okay. Now see, that's a good one to pop up in. I'll take that. Yeah, I said free Tory till it's backwards. Alrighty. Now that we have talked about this woman's hair and I've probably laughed off half of my fupa, y'all, let's get to what's next. Megchella, shade towards Nicki. Let me find my Nicki card, y'all. Okay, no, not those. There we go. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. I'm gonna mess up the bag. I might have to get her a new bag, y'all. Yeah, looks like I'm gonna have to get Nicki's card a new bag. Whew. So let's see. How does Nicki feel about the shade, especially what was said backstage? Hold on. My little medium half top is everywhere but where it's supposed to be. Not a Barbie brush, Lord. Do y'all understand old school Barbie brushes? Barbie brushes this big. And Tori, just come home first before you say anything else smart. That's all I ask. I ain't telling you not to pop your shit. Just come home first. Soon as you get outside, you go for 24 hours straight. Yes, they said a lot, Sylvia, backstage. So, shout out to Milagro Grams because she definitely knows her Nicki lyrics. So we're gonna source her. Hold on, let's find her. She changed her page name, y'all. So I was kind of thrown off when I seen it. I'm like, who is this? Okay. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, that's not the one. Getting closer. Okay, that's her and Victoria Monet. Okay, Tyler at Coachella. Let's see. Missy at Coachella. Glorilla at Coachella. Okay, Milagro baby, you've been busy because I'm trying to find the right post because I know I seen it with you. Okay, Sexy Red surprised Georgia State University. Tiana Taylor at Coachella. I'm trying to find the right one, y'all. Okay, I found the one with Meg dancing with the Bigfoot. That was right before her mic got cut. Where did he go? Okay, so it's all Unity until it's Nicki. Okay, here it is. The video was turned sideways, y'all. Thank you. Somebody just sent it to me. Thank you, Fee. I forgot the video was flipped sideways. So this is for content purposes and commentary only. Shout out to Milagro Grams of New Media, spelled with 3 A's and an underscore, honey. Let's give her credit. Hold on.
So, Queen, how do you feel about tonight? Murder them. Murder them. Pow, 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 pow. CC.
Okay.
How do you feel about murder them? Murder them. Fuck a competition already. Murder them. Murder them. Murder them. Fuck a competition already.
Okay, I am not a spokesperson for Nicki Minaj or the Barbs, but I am going to spiritually stand in the middle and see what this energy is, okay? Like I said, shout out to Milagro Grams because keen ear, keen eye, okay? I probably wouldn't have even caught that one, and I know my lyrics, but Latifah, come on now. And you let yourself be the one who kicked it off by actually giving the lyrics. What was the point of that? Like, you dug way back in the bag, like early Nicki, before Young Money, Cash Money. That's big Fendi Nicki. That was before Dev Adney, Nicki. You said, wow, they're so corny for that. Nicki been minding her business. Right, she been quiet. Thank you, Miss Queen Star. So let's tap into this because I need 2 decks of cards here. I'm gonna do one for the energy backstage, and then I'm gonna do Nicki's last. But I wanted y'all to see that for yourself because that blew me away when I realized where it came from. And it's just like, wow, what was the whole purpose of that? You said Latifah is always in the mix with some BS when it comes to Nicki. Baby, listen. Hmm. 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 This is gonna get interesting. Let's see, where is a deck that I can show everything? I'm gonna find one of my childish decks, y'all. Move some stuff around, and now I don't know what my regular go-to cards are. Where's my childish decks? Here we go. Here go one right here. There we go. Because that was quite childish, so I need to have a childish deck to tap into this energy. Alrighty, let's tap into the energy backstage, y'all. Oh, many blessings your way as well. Alrighty. Let's go backstage first, and then we're going to go to Nicki. Show me the energy backstage. Show me the energy backstage. We just say nice rack, Granny. I'm the sexiest granny you've seen thus far. Thank you. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Y'all, let's just say, what is that y'all say that Nicki Voodoo? I don't even like to call it that. I like to call it karma tapping people twice for messing for folks that have divine protection. Y'all see this? Somebody's money is messed up and they're losing ground. They're losing footing. They're losing influence. Yeah. This is why they're working with multiple people collaborating, but it led to heartbreak. What is the heartbreak? Please and thank you. Look at this. Page of Swords in the reverse, y'all. Nicki paid the dust. She didn't even pretend like she's seen it. And the end result, 9 of Swords. That sounds like a backfire. You needed Nicki's attention and she refused to give it to you. Would you say, oh, that's the story of Henny's 2025? I told y'all, best worst year ever. Last year, best year. This year, worst year. Yeah. Somebody's got a burden and, burden to their 10 of Pentacles. Remember I said money is upside down. got a lot on their back right now, and they needed Nicki's attention. Ooh, ooh. Don't tell me you needed Nicki like a payday loan. I agree, Sylvia. King of Pentacles. So Nicki in this situation comes out as the King of Pentacles. She comes out, the way she makes money, the way she does business comes off in a masculine way, the way she approaches things and handles things. So it's like she needed her to kick off a beef so that it could possibly, you know, get things going, because beef makes money. But yeah, Nicki said, nah, your financial stability is going to be sleep if you waiting for me to pay you some attention. Yeah, I usually don't. I got my... Hold on. Let me turn these around because I don't do reversals unless they hit the table in reverse. So, yeah, Nicki did the best thing she could do in the situation, which was pay her dust. Yep. Wait a minute now. What the heck is going on? Do I have... Okay, there are cards in here in reverse. There we go. Yeah, give me a second because I don't want to read anything if it's not coming out right. There we go. There we go. There we go. Yeah, Ace of Cups. Y'all don't get from in front of my house with that motorbike. So Ace of Cups represents love and abundance. In this situation, I'm going to see it as abundance. So it's like, you know, that video felt orchestrated to show that, you know, somebody was showing her love, camaraderie. It was meant to stir the pot. It was meant to get, you know, tongues wagging, to get people to gossip, to get people to hype this up, to try to see if they can get Nicki to jump off the porch. But when she refused to acknowledge this, it went straight under immediately. I can't. Why did I just look up and read that? Said those cards was reversed just like her career. Oh, Jesus. Oh, oh, oh. Whew. Whew. Yeah. So it looks like somebody in this situation may be mad at Nicki because Nicki turned down, you know, a role in the hay, possibly, allegedly. So somebody who may be into Nicki this way, Knight of Wands, feels some type of way because Nicki did this. I'm good, love, enjoy. Walked away from whatever that potential opportunity was. And that person has been defensive ever since. Looks like that person wanted to go into union, may have wanted a relationship. And they've been combative ever since. You know, Like, this is somebody Nicki pays dust. Like, I think I'll invest in something else. So let's y'all, let's go to Nicki's cards. Let me make sure these cards are all in the upright as I put them back. So looks like Nicki and the Barbs not paying somebody any attention. It literally folded the whole entire possible plan, allegedly. So Angel, can you do a reading on who keeps calling for Nicki's home to be searched by the authorities? I would do that for Nicki personally. That type of information you can't put out on the internet. Hell, I've had my house swatted. Little do y'all know. One of these days I'll be able to tell y'all the full story. Same type of energy though. Somebody miserable, ain't got nothing else better to do with their life. Whew. So let's see what's going on Nicki's side of it. Nicki, since you paid them dust, allegedly, how do you feel behind the scenes, honey? Interesting for you to cause this much of a stir without saying or doing anything. How does Nicki feel about this? Allegedly. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. Ask and ye shall receive. Y'all keep poking the bear. Queen of Swords is the wordsmith of the deck. This is what you don't want. Remember I told y'all that Nicki got all types of stuff in the arsenal just sitting and waiting. She really don't have to record nothing new. But if she does, it will be what Kendrick did to Drake. Said funny she was swatted days before Coachella. They wanted her in a bad mood already so that she would crash out after Meg's performance. Day One Love, that's a heck of a This is why I like it over here. This is a cerebral bunch. It didn't work. So she has 5 installments for the horse. I would times that times 2. Because if she has 5, there's nothing for her to do 5 more. Nicki's a workhorse. She can go in there and freestyle for 5 songs easy. You piss her off. Said the Ice Queen, if the deck was with a double-edged sword. Yes. Said, well, you know that she's got that Virgo moon, so she's done when she's done. I didn't even know she had a Virgo moon, but yeah, earth signs, when they're done with you, baby, they're done. Said, I hope she continues to pay Bigfoot dust. I just want her to pay her dust long enough for, let's say there's a project coming out. I would be quiet until the project does everything that it needs to do. And then I would drop in the summer and have the song of the summer. And then come back and drop again, right around Thanksgiving to have a song of the winter. And to take over all the sales for Good Friday. And then drop my next project in December. And outsell everybody in December and mess up all the numbers for the whole year. But that's just me. Oh, she's an Aquarius rising as well? Oh no. Oh no. Aquarius are very, very intelligent and methodical. Good evening to you as well, Charles Foster. Uh-oh. What's with the cards and going under the table? Seven of Wands. So if Nicki is planning to defend herself, they're not going to see it coming. Just like this card went up under the table, it still went up under the table in the upright. They won't see it coming. And this feels like everybody involved could possibly get it. So I think everybody needs to play cute and mute. Because, I mean, if you messing with somebody who's not bothering you, you can't tell them how to handle you when they swing back. Good evening to you as well, Candy. Page of Swords. Page of Swords and Five of Pentacles. So this feels like Nicki's sitting back watching and she knows that you're broke. She just gonna, who said Ice Queen? This is definitely the Ice Queen card. She's gonna leave you out in the cold. This is like she knows you need help. She knows you need a leg up. So those cards probably fall under the table because she was doing underhanded things. Well, these are Nicki's cards. That's a card of self-defense. If she decides to defend herself, I promise you, they won't see it coming. Five of Cups. This is what I warned about last year with Bigfoot. See, Bigfoot literally was, you know, that warning shot. It was not what people thought it was, even though it's more intelligent than most people think it is, because you would have to understand what she's referencing. You really got to know your hip hop to know what she's talking about and what she's referencing. So here it is, Five of Cups. This time it will be direct. If she decides to strike back this time, it will be live and direct. We're talking napalm here. Full disclosure and embarrassment. This is why you don't poke the bear. Five of Cups is public humiliation, annihilation, regret, wishing that you never, ever, 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 ever tried it. Said Nicki is reverse me in the sun, Virgo, and Sag on the moon. Said I told people in 2019 that Nicki was being spiritually attacked and I prayed for her. Well, she's coming out of that energy, and I'm telling you, if they push her rah like a dungeon dragon will be an understatement. You're not going to meet the dragon this time. You're going to meet the Hydra. See, it's hard enough to cut one head off of a dragon, but how many heads can you cut off of a Hydra? And then the Hydra can regrow its heads. Whew, God. Now, see, she came out as King of Coins again. She's very masculine in the way that she does business and how she gets to the money. And that means that she will make a lot of money off of this, and it will be total annihilation. It'll be a tower for Henny. Lord have mercy. This is why you leave folks well enough alone. When people are quiet, they're quiet for a reason. Let them be peaceful. You say you rap, you hip hop, go in the booth. Make some good music and drop it. Why you messing with somebody who ain't saying nothing to you? Me too, Isaiah. I promise you, y'all, she dropped another one. I will be on here eating pink popcorn. So she's still performing at Coachella this weekend. Yes. Yes, she is. I don't know. I think she was supposed to do Bigfoot on the last set. Maybe it'll be done on the next set. I mean, excuse me, not her doing Bigfoot's Hiss. Lord. She was supposed to do Hiss on the last set, I believe. I don't think it'll have the same effect. Not to say that the crowd won't eat it up because people like drama. But I really don't think she wants to keep whacking at somebody that has this type of energy. Y'all, this will be a slaughter. So the general public likes to side with Henny. I wonder if they will do it this time. I don't think a lot of the general public sides with her the way y'all think they do. Those comments, if you've been paying attention the last 4 or 5 months, the public is tired. That public, that protection order that was put on Tory, like that really, really, really got people to open up and talk about how, petty this situation was. Said Nicki spared her and never performed Bigfoot the entire tour. Yeah, she just let it play on the PA for a minute, but you're right, it wasn't a part of her set list. So she's such a fake victim, it don't make sense. Allegedly. Yeah, I believe they're catching on to her too. Said public perception has definitely shifted. Yeah. It's definitely not how it used to be for sure. Ace of Swords. What'd I tell y'all? Come on now. Ace of Swords, Queen of Swords, the wordsmith, and she can come out and destroy you with the truth. Oh my God. And she got a lot of your tea, and I predicted that. I told y'all, she got stuff on her that she don't even know she got. Who? You said they going in on her uncle. Hollywood Unlocked. They just posted it. Oh. Wait a minute. Who's uncle? Who the hell is Jason Lee supposed to be an uncle to? I'm lost. Said the general public don't side with her. That be stan Twitter. I agree. Said that is exactly what we need. You said I meant under. Said this is a little unrelated, but does Rihanna have an issue with Meg? From what I've seen, Millie the Mystic, yes. But publicly, she pays her dust. And it was rumored that Nicki and Rihanna was supposed to be working together, but I don't know what happened with that. And the song that Rihanna and Cardi did not do. I don't know what it did, y'all. Said, do you see that? No, I didn't watch that. I didn't see that interview at all with him and the spiritual guy. I saw the video was in my algorithm, but I didn't watch it. Said, oh, gee, shaking my head. She falls out with everyone. What the hell? Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune falls under the Queen of Swords. Like I said, if Nicki decides to drag you to hell because you won't leave her alone, she's going to make a lot of money off of it. I mean, a lot of money off of it. Ships coming in. Is Nicki supposed to be going on another tour? Is she organizing another tour? Because this could actually end up in the next tour. Like, this could drop before the next tour and end up a part of the set list in the next tour. said they posted about the deposition on Hollywood Unlocked, and they're lighting her ass up in the comments. Oh, wow. I could ask right after I finish this about her and Jason Lee. They did a collab for some cartoon movie not too long ago. Honey, don't ask me. But it didn't do nothing. I don't know if it was the Smurfs or what it was. It was some cartoon movie came out just recently. Said I think she was talking about Gag City today. Okay, so this is looking like she's planning another tour, and she's gonna make a lot of money on this tour, and she could drop this before she goes on tour. Okay, I'm seeing that she is supposed to go on tour again. So she could take a page out of Henny's book and say, well, since you want to use me for promo before you drop a project, I'll use you for promo before I go on tour. But hers is actually going to make a lot of money. Says she mentioned it a little today, but not to promote it. Okay. It's like when y'all come back to Gag City, I mean the tour. Okay, the Smurfs. So it was the Smurfs. Yeah. They did a song for the Smurfs soundtrack, and I can't even say it flopped because y'all don't even know about it. Y'all at least know about flops. So what that say? You said I'm lost. What happened? Hey, Ash Cash, I haven't seen you in the comments in a while. I'm asking about how Nicki feels about the shade from Meg Chella and what was said backstage. And it looks like, Nicki saw it. She paid the dust and she decided not to give her any of her attention publicly because it's like, if you need me, you need my name to make money, I'll let you starve. Ace of Coins. Yeah. So Nicki, at the end of the day, she's like, if I'm going to defend anything, I'm going to defend, my relationship or my money. I'm not, she's not concerned because it's like to publicly address you would make you money, and I'm not going to make you money. So when I publicly address it, it will be solely to make money for myself. I'm not going to help you. Said, wow, I didn't know Cardi and Riri had a collaboration. Yeah, it didn't do much of nothing. Hold on, let me go back. You said, wow, I wonder why is she touring so much? Is she retiring or something? Yes, she is going to be retiring soon. Nicki's going to drop this last studio album, do this tour, and she's going to go more corporate. I don't ever see her just walking away from music though. Like it's too deeply ingrained in her. 401s to the Queen of Coins. Yeah. Page of Swords. She's gonna make sure that when she speaks, literally, it's gonna open up new opportunities with new financial stability. For her, it's all about, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. I ain't about to make you any money. I'm not about to help you do anything. But when I finally do speak on it, I'm going to be paid, and I'm going to be paid very well. And this, y'all, when I say this is like, this is so lopsided, it's ridiculous. Like what Nicki could make out of this would be worth way more than what Meg would make off of the whole album that she's about to drop. One song. Five of Swords, Five of Cups. Oh yeah, ooh, Lord. 5 of Swords to 5 of Cups. Baby, you don't want this kind of smoke. So, remember I told y'all that Nicki couldn't unlock another character? Any of y'all remember that? Like, if you take this back to, like, you know, like Nicki's flow on Monster, think about Monster, but step it up a notch. Says she's really letting the horse well dry up completely, and I mean, it is. Hell, they're drying up the management as well at this point. 5 of Wands. Yeah, she's going to come out ready. 5 of Wands is ready for battle. 5 of Swords. However you want it, I'm going to give it to you. But it's definitely not going to be until whatever Meg's project is drops and does whatever it's supposed to do. She's going to let her organically get her own numbers and then decide if she wants to address her. But if she addresses her, I'm telling y'all, it's going to be ugly. King of Wands, King of Coins. She's going to flip it and come in straight masculine energy. Can y'all say dog walk? Four of Coins. And this is like, 4 of Coins is like being stubborn. It's like standing on business. Not only is this going to make me money, but I'm standing on business. And everything that I'm saying is the truth. And you know it's the truth. Oh. Oh. Y'all get y'all pink popcorn ready. Happy birthday, Adam. You said that 67K with the double album said enough. I think Meg and Dolce gonna do a diss on Nicki. I hope they don't, for everything they love. Because this look like Nicki will go Super Saiyan. Glad I can make your day, Adam. Said Nicki on her bully is the best Nicki. Oh, baby, I'm telling you, this is beyond Nicki on her bully. This is literally like her tapping into, like, if y'all watch Dragon Ball Z, where they gather their chi, she gathering that chi. Whoo, and when she focuses it, and boom, ain't no getting back up from this. Ain't no getting back up from this. Mm-mm. This is why you leave folks alone. Knight of Cups. This is like I already extended the olive branch. I could have exposed you already. Y'all. Why did I look down and see this? And it's supposed to be Nicki going Super Saiyan. Yes, honey. Leave grown folks' business alone, okay? Because at this point, you going to make Nicki go out in the back, get a couple branches off the tree, braid them together, and whoop your arse, okay? You said the new character may be Chucky or Chun-Ki. Oh, okay. Interesting. Interesting. Said if you don't apologize to your mother, child to slaughter. I'm say when are they gonna drop Henny from the label? Well, here's the thing. Y'all remember Henny is her own entity, right? So you can't be dropped from your own entity, but you can be released from management and you can be released from distribution. Possibly. Well, Valentina, the interesting thing is Kim never played with Nicki like this. Like they went back and forth and sparred. Like I'm gonna go in the booth, you go in the booth. No matter how anybody felt about how Kim went in the booth, Kim did what MCs were supposed to do. Went into the booth. We go back and forth. I don't say nothing about your family and your child. We keep it between us, and that's that. That's professional. That's business. You know, rap is a sport, right? Real hip hop is a sport. But like the whole Regina George thing, that don't work with somebody like Nicki because she don't need to sit with you. Where Nicki is the grand table. Where you are is the kids' table. You're not even at the same table to make her feel like she can't sit with you. Yes, she was online claiming independent. Who got Chung Lee? Who got Chung Lee here? Oh, wait a minute, y'all. Look at Chung Lee. Not this Nicki on the next tour, y'all. Chung Lee used to be one of my favorite characters, too. Yeah. And so, y'all, this ain't that Michelle Obama, you know, when they go low, we fly high. No, this is you go to hell, and I'm going to take you even lower. Okay? The devil and justice. Since you want to play with me and you want to take this to hell, I'm going to take you to the bottom of the lake of fire. Now leave me alone because I wasn't bothering you, but if you want this, you can get this and some more. You said, I was referring to wondering how Kim feels. Oh, we can tap into that next. Wondering how Kim feels about Latifah performing with Meg, considering she clowned Kim with the Plan B song and then performed it with Latifah at Coachella. Damn good point. Now, you know what? I didn't watch Meg's set, but I did see her perform the Plan B song. And the first thing I thought about was, damn, that's shade to Kim because you had Kim do this song with you and it wasn't even up 24 hours before you snatched it down. So it's like, why are you performing this? Oh, thank you, Brandon, for your $2 to tell me that my cards are fake and mean nothing but voodoo. Voodoo freak. Okay. Well, Brandon, sweetheart, I need you to recognize what voodoo actually is. Y'all call everything voodoo and have no idea what voodoo is. But thank you for your $2, sweetheart. That was very kind of you to pay me for this asinine comment. I appreciate you. You said laughing my ass off, sit with you. Why would I even want to? Right. Said Nicki went in the booth, Megan went to Twitter. Said honestly, I don't even think Nicki was explicit in her battle with Kim. That was more like entendres, and she came right at Horsey's neck. It's still a level of respect between Kim and Nicki, even if they have beef, because they still respect each other's flow. They respect each other's, ability to actually get in the booth. And no matter what happened between the both of them, neither one of them would ever mention, anything that has to do with getting off into family matters, so to speak. Like one of them would have to take it there for the other one to take it there. So I don't even see them going that way, even when they disliked each other that much. If y'all get what I'm saying. So here we go. Ten of Swords. She does see it as a betrayal. So everybody that was involved, whether she addresses them or not, she doesn't look at them the same, especially those two that recited her lyrics. Said Kim just gotta stop warming up to the girls after they fall out with Nicki. She gives hater vibes still. Um, I mean, I could see where you coming from, but Kim was already showing love to a lot of those girls. But I do agree that a lot of the girls are very intentional with trying to talk to Kim when they fall out with Nicki or when they can't get next to Nicki. So I definitely agree with that. Said that one live Nicki did when she previewed Bigfoot making fun of Henny's rap voice has me in tears every time. Oh Lord, I forgot about that. Said even Nicki's early disses to Meg were pretty respectful. She never mentioned her family until his. Right, right. Clocked it. Said when that respect is gone, forget about grace. Right. Why, thank you, Frank. Said those Nicki cards are pretty. I love them. Thank you. It's hilarious because these actually were Blue Faces cards, but I never used them for him because they were supposed to be a gag. I ordered them because I thought it was funny that he was teaching um, Jaden how to do the Barbie dance, and he was way better at it than her. The cards just were never used for him. They ended up being used for Nicki, and they work way better for her. I'm not gonna even respond to that. The Hey, Princess Law. So, y'all, let me switch the deck, and let's see how Kim feels about um, Plan B being performed and her not being invited to perform that song with Megan, and Megan replacing her with Latifah. Because that I did find shady. That was shady as hell. Let's see. Cards I can use for Kim. Alrighty, y'all. How does Kim feel about the song that she did with Megan being performed at Megcella without her after this song was wiped from the internet by her team? Now, it's still on YouTube if y'all want to look it up, but it is permanently gone when it comes to Meg having it uploaded. So honestly, I guess just don't know why Meg did Kim like that for real. Like, what was the reason, especially since you're on that wave? I don't know if this is true or not, but the rumor mill said that the song possibly allegedly could have been about Moneybag Yo, and he made a call and made her pull the song, period. Now, like I said, that is the rumor mill. That's not confirmed. That is very, very alleged. Not the leprechaun was respectful. I'm not playing with y'all. How does Kim feel? How does Kim feel? How does Kim feel? Well, it looks like Henny may have low-key made another enemy, because you got the sun here, which looks like everything is cool, but we know that this means full exposure, and you finally showed what you're really made of publicly, because now, boom, the tower is at the bottom of the deck. Well, it look like she ain't scoring well with the OGs, y'all. Said, Sylvia, I completely don't agree with anything you just said. I promise you I don't. Because you gotta be fair. You can't just fan out on this one, because at certain points in between the situation between Kim and Nicki was wrong for some of that stuff. It ain't just Kim by herself now. Now you got to hold both sides of this. But either way, no matter how it went between the both of them, neither party disrespected each other to the to the degree of what happened between his to Bigfoot. So there still was a level where neither party crossed the line when it came to going that far. But both parties need to apologize to each other on certain things. It's not all just Kim. You got to hold both people's hand in this situation. But it looks like Henny has fallen out with both of the people, and it looks like both Nicki and Kim feel the exact same way, allegedly. She might have united the both of them. Lord have mercy. So you got the sun to the 3 of Wands. So it's like, when they first worked together, Kim thought that this was she was like, oh, this is cool. This is great. Like, showing love, working with the next generation. She saw this as an opportunity, and swiftly it turned into a hangman. So she's been quiet this whole time because it feels like she didn't like the way it went back in the day when it was snatched down. But she decided to keep it cute and keep it mute and keep it going. The Lovers. Okay. Damn, this feel like dancing with the devil. She, after the choice was made, she realized how toxic somebody may have been allegedly. Wow. You said, I actually think a lot of people have fallen out with Henny, including Cardi. It's just not politically correct to publicly beef with her right now. It will come out eventually. Marie, I agree with that, G. Marie. That's a good question, Pressure. How you just burning all your bridges? So, well, that would explain it. Ari allegedly slept with Offset as Get Back to Moneybag Yo. Allegedly, allegedly, allegedly. All I know is all this get back. Everybody need to get back to the clinic. This is just too much canoodling for me. Yeah, 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, it's like everything was good until it wasn't. She was like, oh, that's dope. Sure, I'll work with you. Everything is cool. Everything is this. Everything is that. The star at the bottom of the deck represents the Aquarius. Full steam ahead. And now it's like she separates herself and she moves away from her because it's like she finds her as toxic, allegedly. Allegedly. Oh, shoot. What was that? So it feels like Kim hears a lot. A lot of information is brought to Kim. Kim stays quiet, but she knows a lot too. That's not a good sign, Henny. Kim and Nicki got a lot of tea on you. So it looks like Kim is not publicizing that she got tea on her, but she got a lot too. Said people falling out with her, whether it's politically correct or not. It's definitely starting to look that way. Yeah, she sees her as toxic, y'all. She don't say it publicly. She don't deal with her, but it's like she sees her as toxic. She's like, I got my money out of it, and that's all that matters. Whether she played a song or she do whatever she want to do with it, I still got paid. And 6 of Pentacles is a nice amount. Why is Megan spending so much on these features and they ain't going nowhere? 6 of Pentacles ain't no small amount of money. So to pay somebody like that and then to take the song down is crazy. Yeah, it's like she invested her time into the situation because it's like, oh, okay, I think this will be a decent, business move. This will be, good for camaraderie. And then it was like just as soon as she invested in it, it was already over. The Lovers and Knight of Cups. Yeah, baby, Kim know a lot about your business and how you move around. She know a lot about your business and how you move around. Randall, why are you worried about how somebody pick boogers and if they digging in their brain? How do you pick your boogers? I mean, since you're so interested in boogers, I'm pretty sure you're a garbage pail kid. How do you pick yours? What color are they? It's called having a nail brush. When you wash your hands, if you've ever, see, that lets me know some of y'all have never been to a nail salon. So, at the sink, when you wash your hands, they have that scrub brush where you scrub under your nails. No matter how long they are, you should clean up under your nails. Make me wonder what type of women some of y'all date. Y'all don't know anything about hygiene practices. Because, see, y'all think because people's nails are short, they still clean. Some of y'all mess with people that go to the bathroom and don't wash their hands and go straight in the kitchen. Yeah, Kim, like, I got my money out of it, so it don't even matter. I ain't got to talk to her. She ain't got to talk to me. She can do whatever she got to do. It's all love. I got paid. I just don't have to ever deal with you again. This is the energy that I'm getting. Yeah, Temperance. It doesn't even feel like this was Kim's idea, because Temperance is balanced through a new beginning. So she may have dealt with her in passing in the past and was like, I don't know, maybe, I don't know, not so much, and decided to give it another chance. And it turned into a hangman, and she just decided to move on. But Kim is just like, I got my money. I could care less. I ain't got to be bothered with the girl. So yeah, King of Cups. She's in her feelings about it. She didn't like what she saw. King of Cups to the Queen of Cups. But she's going to keep it cute and keep it mute. She's just going to stay out of the way. She's just not going to, if she can help it, she's just not going to address it. You said I asked the same question, Angel, for real, for real. Hold on, what was the question? Let me go back. Yeah. I mean, she says, you know, she made this choice in the past to move away from her because she considers her to be toxic. Um, the word that I'm hearing is fickle. She sees her as fickle, allegedly. Hmm. Oh, God. Y'all, we got another Queen of Swords, another wordsmith. So I think it would be best for her to, you know, not address Kim either, because it looks like Kim could possibly end up, you know, turning up a notch. And I mean, who is left for this girl to fall out with at this point? Sound like her beef more than Latifah than Meg at this point. Um, I don't even think it got nothing to do with Latifah, because here's the thing, that's not Latifah's set. She booked Latifah to come out. Latifah would have never been there without being booked. That it wasn't her material. So I could see her feeling the type of way that she took that booking, but I don't see her feeling any type of way towards anybody but Meg. But I don't see her also addressing her either. It's just like she look at her as toxic, and she rather separate herself. So that's what I got for Kim, y'all. Says she went to pay others so much money after getting that Nicki feature for free. I feel she overpays others to mock Nicki, and Nicki even mentioned this on her um, live back then. I mean, if that's what she's doing, it's quite stupid, because it's not getting her anywhere. Um, None of these songs have, you know, actually helped her career really, really solidify her. It's like all the songs that she spent the most money on, they end up doing the least for her. Kim, like, either way it go, I got my money, so I'm straight. I don't have to be bothered. I don't have to deal with her. I don't have to speak with her. I don't have to, you know, kick it with her at all. So I don't see Kim addressing her unless her hand is forced, but I don't see her really, you know, messing with her for the long run. Said Kim was performing at the Barclays Center. Well, here's the thing. Was Kim even invited? We don't know if she even invited Kim to perform in the first place. No, Nick, I'm not wearing a wig, sweetheart. Girls who look like me can have hair. Said, hell, only thing left is to do is to fall out with her shadow. Anything is possible at this point. Anything is possible. Let me see. Do I have anything else left? Hold on. Yes, I do. Let's go off. This is the one I've been waiting to do, y'all. The new U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi. Now, let me find a deck. Hold on. Alrighty. Nick, why don't you come do it for me? How about that? I'm waiting for your response. righty. While I wait for Nick's response, we're going to tap into the energy around United States new Attorney General Pam Bondi and how this is going to affect the Shanquella Robinson case. So any of you that have been here with me for a while, you know that I told you that this case will not get any more traction until the presidency changes hands. The presidency has changed hands, and now the case is starting to move forward. So I had predicted that the case would literally be handled between Attorney General to Attorney General from the United States to Mexico. So now let's see how the Attorney General of the United States, the new Attorney General, how is she going to be helpful to the Robinson family in the Shanquella Robinson case? Alrighty, let me go ahead and anoint my hands. This one is a serious one, so I'm going to ignore the trolls while I do this one because I really need to tap in and concentrate. Nick, you can't see nothing under my hands, sweetheart. But I can tell you're the type that is really a bitch when people see you in public. You the type gets slapped in the mouth until your teeth click together. You definitely that type. Because you ain't seen nothing under these nails. They're clean. You're already talking from a fake page, sweetheart. That right there show it's a whole bunch of bitch up in you. You said, I'm a little behind. Who are we tapping into? My bad. Okay, we're about to tap into the new Attorney General for the United States of America, Pam Bondi, and we're going to see how she's going to help or if she's going to hinder the Shanquella Robinson case and what's going to happen with this case now that there's a new administration. Alrighty. Angels, spirit guides, and ancestors of the highest heavenly order, tap me into the energy around Attorney General, U.S. Attorney General Pam Bondi. Show me how she's going to look into the Shanquella Robinson case. Please and thank you. Hold on, wait a minute. Hold on, let me do this over, y'all. What is it? A couple of cards in here in reverse. I like to always make sure all my cards are in the upright. Alrighty. So, Two of Cups and a Tower. Now, Two of Cups, when you're talking about legal matters and anything to do with business, is like partnership, working together in tandem, and a Tower. So her coming in is automatically going to break up cliques in law enforcement. Just the regime changing is going to force people's hand. Pressure, you crack me up. Yeah, this is so she's definitely going to work hand in hand with someone on this case. Yep. The Death card. Remember I said something had to end for something to begin? That's also the old regime had to leave for the new regime to come in and bring justice. I'm doing well, Keith. How are you? Yeah. So there's been a hangman to moving forward with this situation. Tell me more about this hangman. Yeah. Somebody was slowing this down. There's a lot of trickery behind the scenes, but this is going to move forward now. Okay, so we got the heartbreak here. According to, who's going to come together and work together. Explain the heartbreak card. Okay, so Two of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles. Interesting enough. Um, somebody could possibly try to say that they may not have the funding for the manpower for something, or maybe this was the excuse in the past. Two of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, this case is about to have new life. Temperance. It's about to finally start moving forward. There's going to be some new information that should be coming out. For everybody who's followed this case, brace yourself because it can get emotional from here, because new information is definitely going to be coming out pretty soon, possibly due to the civil case as well. There's going to be details that are going to be released to the public that haven't been released before, and this could get emotional. Yeah. It looks like they're trying to decide how they're going to collaborate on this case. A decision has to be made about how they're going to move forward, how they're going to disperse resources. Well, we know that Shanquella was the businesswoman out of the friends, Queen of Pentacles, and this always came up when I read her and her so-called friends' energy. And they're going to really go off into how they singled her out. So it looks like a timeline of the trip is going to become more clear. And we did see a lot with the videos, but they're going to start to fill in the gray areas. What's the hangman, please and thank you? There could be conflict in communication on how to move forward. Emperor also represents not just a father, but someone who is an authority figure. Who is the authority figure that's causing ruckus? Who is this? Okay, so there's going to be surprise in who collaborates, to work together for this case and how this is going to move forward and be seen. But I do feel that more developments are going to keep coming out with this case. And it's going to be more that comes out for the public to be able to kind of delve into what actually happened. This Ace of Wands here is very disparaging. I don't even want to say this. All I can say is This is going to be triggering. It's going to be very triggering when they go through everything that actually happened to her. People will be very emotional. Um, there's much more than what happened on the video. There was somebody that was involved with this that was very, we'll say, carnally attracted to Shanquella, and they couldn't get any play out of her. She paid them dust. This person wanted her bad. They wanted to be in a relationship with her, wanted her to accept them, to be with them, and she just was not into them. One of the people on the trip, okay? Also, there is energy around another male figure, and I've seen this before, another male figure that was interested in Shanquella, that she just, it wasn't anything major to her, but there's definitely a lot of energy around jealousy, romantic relationships, and somebody that Shanquella was not interested in, and somebody was mad and heartbroken because this person wanted to juggle in between them and Shanquella, but they saw Shanquella as the jackpot, but Shanquella was not interested in this person. But whoever this is, feelings was hurt because they didn't even like the idea of being in competition with Shanquella, because it's like they knew they couldn't win. You said, is anyone serving any time at this point for what they did to her? No, not yet. They're getting ready to go to civil court. Said, I haven't been following this case, unfortunately. Well, it's going to be an upsurge in information coming out pretty soon. Said, I think it's been declared an accident or just unsolved at this point, even though we all know that there's something not right. Well, Pressure, here's the interesting thing. One of those people that I was talking about, who made that ruling that you're talking about possible, they're not going to be able to stay on this case because they were assigned by the last president, and the new president is not going to let this person have the same leadway. That's why civil cases are pivotal, because you can prove a criminal case from a civil case. Civil case can't get you locked up, but information that comes out in a civil case can open an investigation for a criminal case. They may be sent back abroad, because Three of Wands is not just a card of your ships coming in. This is traveling across the seas. So they may be called down to Mexico to either give testimony, stand trial, answer questions about the investigation. Tell me more about if they get called down to Mexico. Y'all, Mexico is not playing. They're ready to jump off the porch. The Fool to the King of Pentacles. Big bank take little bank. They're going to put up whatever they need to put up to prove a point. There's a lot of money riding on this down in Mexico to close this out. They want them bad, y'all. If they get them on Mexican soil, it is a wrap. So it looks like the truth is going to come out about what actually happened, her wanting to leave because everybody was being so toxic and chaotic. Y'all, we haven't had a siren in a while. Here we go. Had to let them completely go past. So yeah, the truth about the underhanded ways and the things that happened, the sneaky things that were done, is going to come out. Said I wouldn't even get into a fight overseas, let alone commit a homicide. They were tripping, shaking my head. Well, the craziest part is that's the one thing I don't think that they meant to have happen. Um, they didn't mean to humiliate her and to degrade her in every possible way. I don't think they meant to take her life. So no matter how you slice it, it's still horrible. They did mean to ruin her, allegedly. Yeah, so it looks like the new AG is going to be diligent at looking. See how this person is looking over the paperwork, examining everything, considering how they should work on this situation, and then boom, judgment. So Shanquella's justice, it's more likely to come under this presidency. It seems like Pam Bondi is going to be more responsive when it comes to looking over the fine details of this case. Yep. Something is about to be exposed. And when it is, this is going to pick up and things are going to start to move fast. Now, I want y'all to think about how civil suits have been used in the United States as of lately. Look at what civil cases did to Diddy. Anybody wants you now, the best thing they can do is to come at you civilly and let the government come at you criminally. So it's going to cost them a lot of money for the type of defense attorneys that they're going to need. When you got the Wheel of Fortune next to the defensive card, Seven of Wands, baby, somebody going to have to put up houses, cars. They're going to have to put, somebody in their family going to have to put up possibly everything they got. And this is why I like the fact that they did this as a civil case to prove the criminality. Because if they prove their civil case, all 6 of the Cabo 6 will have to pay up. And then they possibly won't have the money they need to pay for the legal defense they're going to need once enough information comes together to make this criminal. Yeah. This is going to rock their foundation and stability. And remember, Attorney General is, a lawyer as well. So here she is. It's like she's going to hear this out or look over the paperwork, and she wants to understand the gray areas. How did this fall in the cracks? The star. Star represents hope and healing. For the independent woman, 9 of Pentacles. So she could be thinking about what action to take and how to move forward. These 4 of Pentacles under the King of Coins, y'all. That gives me spare no expense. Spare no expense. They're just waiting for the right information. That's all they're waiting on, y'all. They're waiting on the right information. So when the right information comes out in court, she's going to jump on it. But it's up to the legal team that represents the family to do their best job to prove criminality so that they can take that and open a new investigation. So I'm going to go off and pull the cards from Shanquella's side. So everything is hinged on this civil suit. Benjamin Crump and attorney Sue Ann Robinson, if they can prove what they need to prove in civil court, it looks like Attorney General Bondi will jump off the porch, y'all. But she needs just something, just anything to help make this solidified, to reopen everything. Mexico been waiting, and Mexico is ready to spare no expense. All righty. Miss Shanquella, if you're available, please and thank you. If not, angels, please step in the gap and please give me the information. Okay, so there's still a lot of emotion attached to this on her side with her family and whatnot, and the people that support her, but they're very quiet about how they feel, but they have hope. That's something they didn't have before. They have hope. So the reason why they're quiet is because they know a lot of underhanded things happen, things that they can't speak on. Two of Swords, they've been advised to cut loose certain communication, certain people. Also, there's things that they know about that may have transpired in Mexico that they're trying to keep quiet because it looks like there is a higher investigation going on. So with the family not speaking right now is actually not a bad thing. They've been advised not to because there's something that's being looked into on a higher level, possibly federal, okay? Remember I said there is a new regime coming in and they're not going to just align themselves with the people who were appointed by the last regime. So this looks like an internal investigation, y'all. Said they should have known this case wasn't going to close. Mexico kept their eyes on them. Okay, so we've got the Six of Swords once again in a whole nother deck. That's letting me know that they're going to delve off into her feeling like she was ostracized. She wanted to leave because these people were being toxic. You know, she was offering the olive branch, being kind to these people. They're going to go off into explaining about, you know, the story that they gave about her being inebriated. Which they've already explained that very well, but they're going to go in depth, bring that to a close so that that can no longer be, you know, mentioned. For people who followed this case, you already know the ME reports stated that there wasn't any alcohol in her blood whatsoever. The Lovers. So they're trying to narrow down how they're going to handle this. There may be some more information to come out as early as Gemini season, but they're keeping everything very close to their case. Very close to their chest. And once again, that's that federal government. That's the higher power when it comes to it legally. This feels like there is a secret investigation going on, and it's been going on for a while. It already started, but it feels like it's about to be in hyperdrive because there is you know, new people. Um, a lot of these positions have been restaffed. So there can be new briefings, meeting with the new people in these new seats. If y'all get where I'm going with that. So the last people that they met with may not even be in those positions anymore, but the new people coming in are the ones that are going to take over this case and move it forward. Hey, Jarul. Yeah. Something happened to her that everybody witnessed that is beyond what was seen on the video that was leaked. And they're going to also really address what happened with her money and anything that has to do with her belongings, any money she brought with her, money that was spent. So this civil case is going to be very detailed about the things that people actually were accused of, things that they've done, clearing up what actually happened, asking the hard-hitting questions. And this is why they're keeping it so quiet, y'all. There's somebody that's going back and forth between higher level government that is communicating allegedly with someone that is in this group. And that may also come out in this civil suit. Now, if y'all think about it, when all of this happened, Nasir ran his mouth and told a lot. And he said that one of the girls called home for help and asked someone on the phone to help them with Shanquella. Whoever that was may have possibly been in a higher level of law enforcement, allegedly. If that is so, it's about to be some arrests in some very interesting places in law enforcement. Now, we know Elise has family that work in law enforcement, several of them. Khalil, his grandmother is connected. Nasir's grandmother is, from what I hear, she's well off, and she has, you know, some important friends. So these people have friends in high places. They have alleged family members in high places. He said, I said it's one of the dudes. Well, I'm going to tell you like this. Nobody that went over there and came home is innocent, as far as I'm concerned. Not a one of them. They all may be guilty of different things, but no one is innocent, allegedly. So, hell, I could be calling a motherfucker too. Well, here's the thing. We would have never known. Now, that could have come out, you know, later that someone was called, but we would have never known that one of the girls called back to the United States for help. They're saying whoever they called was very high on the totem pole in law enforcement, allegedly. Which means that they could have been calling for help with the body, meaning they already knew that she was no longer here. So what advice was given to them by this person, this unknown, unnamed person, that may have helped to change the full trajectory of how everything was handled to help them get home. Yeah, and this is why they want them to be so quiet, because there's a collaboration with some people that may have led to some folks getting a lot of money under the table, or they took more from Shanquella than what was initially said. There was more that was supposed to come out of this, and it didn't happen. The Seven of Swords to the Ten of Wands, y'all. This civil suit and the information that's going to be funneled back to higher level of law enforcement is what's going to change this and kind of put new life into this. So right now, everybody's juggling with who's going to take this case. Will they be prosecuted in the United States? Will they be prosecuted in Mexico? Yeah. It looks like everybody, like I said, everybody invested in this betrayal. Okay, so here's the higher level law enforcement. They're reviewing the video, but y'all, I've seen that there's more than just the footage that was uploaded. There's something else that they're looking at that can lead to a very, 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 very large unrequited situation. Has to do with money. Once again, has to do with money. And they're just waiting for the right information to come out in this civil suit so that they can move forward. So I do not see that Attorney General Pam Bondi is not going to look into this. It's just that because of what's already happened, they need a reason to reopen everything and go back in. And that's going to be hinged on how well Attorney Benjamin Crump and Sue Ann Robinson proved their case in the civil case. So everybody's waiting for the civil case. Mexico and the United States. The only decision is who's going to have the right to prosecute. Should it be United States? Should it be Mexico? Said, I was initially feeling a way about her mother. I still don't know how I feel about her, especially with her being an Eastern Star. Interesting. Interesting. I believe her father may be a Mason as well. So I will say this, though. Shout out to her father, because without her father, her body may not have made it back to the United States in enough time to actually see what was going on with her and her injuries. So whatever Dad had to do to get her home, him and Miss Elizabeth from the funeral home, the Rivera funeral home, they, to me, are the MVPs. Because had he not had that conversation with Miss Elizabeth, they wouldn't have known what happened to her neck and that she had been attacked. Because the paperwork had already been written out by whoever the ME or the coroner was, that, she had, overly consumed. It was Miss Elizabeth and her team at the funeral home that said absolutely not. So if y'all want me to go further in depth and do a sit down reading where I go and do a deep dive, please let me know and I'll be more than happy to do so. But I've been on here for a while. So station head, I'm going to go ahead and say good evening to you so that I can save this video. All of you be safe. I love you. And until next week, take care of each other. And I'll see you same place, same time for Allegedly Wednesdays, every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube and Station Head. Good night. And YouTube, I'm going to go ahead and call it a night and get on up off of here, because it's so much that I seen in the cars that I'm not speaking on. But y'all let me know if you want me to do a deep dive on the civil case and what's to come after the civil case. I will be more than happy to do a tap in and you know, see where everything's going to go from here. You're welcome, Millie the Mystic. Thank you, thank you, thank you to all of you for being here. Like this case and like the death of Nipsey Hussle, they get me emotional. Like this was one of the few cases I cried over. Like I would go to bed and cry. Like I would see what happened to her, y'all, not just I cry. So I want to get off of here before I get emotional. I'll see y'all later. Love y'all. Good night.